All right, so this is perilous times, and perilous means hard to do. It speaks on that in 2 Timothy 3:1. Okay. It's like I should have did an intro. Shalom. This is just the second part. This is part two of the previous video. All right, so when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. All right, so we just read the book of Daniel. People like to say, "Oh, you guys only go into the Old Testament, Old Testament Israelites." No, we do as what the scriptures say, right? You got digest the whole roll. Meaning, read the whole book, take it all in. You can't uh you can't just read one part of the book or just read the whole book and then just say fuck the rest, right? You have to, take it all in. So, in this video, I'm jumping from the Old Testament to the New Testament to the Apocrypha, right? Them the three main segments of the Bible: the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, the New Testament. So I just wanted to say that. Let me get that in there, Tito. The day is coming when you will see what Daniel the prophet spoke about. Sacrilegious object that causes desecration, standing in the holy place. Right, and Daniel even said that he didn't understand these things. You know what I'm saying? He was telling the Lord, I don't understand these things. And that's because a lot of times the prophets would prophesy things or have dreams that the Lord would give them, and they didn't understand it at the time. Like he said, seal the book up to the end. By that time, you know what I'm saying, the prophets that I've sent down are going to be able to apply them to today and break them down and figure out the meaning of them, right? So that's what you see has been going on since the 60s, the 40s with Apostle Tahar. A foul thing, a detestable thing, abominations of desolation. I'm just getting the definition of that. A making desolation, detestable desolations. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. So who? Actually, let me get this. In a broader sense, referring to all Palestine. In a narrower sense, to the southern portion of Palestine lying on the side of the Jordan and the Dead Sea, to distinguish it from Samaria, Galilee, Perea, and Idumea, a region of Palestine, Judean land. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. A mountain, hill, mountain, rear, perhaps asking. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. So, hey, as it reads, man, the day of Yahweh Shai comes as a thief in the night. So it's gonna happen just like that, right? It doesn't matter how prepared you are. You could be somewhere and not even have your bug out bag. It doesn't matter, man. You got to be ready to leave that shit behind. You got to just be ready to flee and go, right? All of this stuff is vanity anyways. You can't be worried about, oh, what if I don't have this? What if I don't have that? Then you lack faith, right? You have to be okay with being put in uncomfortable situations. You have to have enough faith to know that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to keep you safe and is going to put the spirit on you to do what you're supposed to do in them times that's about to come. And this is talking about when people how terrible it is will be for pregnant women and for nursing mothers in those days. And also it speaks on the scriptures that those babies are going to be eaten as well. You know what I'm saying? Those who have young babies or children. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor even shall be. So we talked about that in Daniel 12. You see how the scriptures, you know what I'm saying, go hand in hand, precept upon precept, as the brother likes to say. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right? So for the elect's sake, the days going to be shortened because, like we just read, if they weren't shortened, no one would survive. That's how bad it's going to be. Because all of these new...
someone finds this.
Because all of these new...
the event wasn't just one thing. It was a slow creep.
All of this new technology that he's...
No one said or did anything to stop them.
This year, dissenters arrested. Social media cooperative.
You see, everybody's
Like in Europe, in the United States, India,
VR
the Philippines. Minorities silenced. Dissenters arrested.
minorities silenced, the famine of the word.
Social media cooperative.
We are worth more when we
Biometrics. They learning about you. The digital system. What is that going to? Revelation 13 and 15.
are addicted, polarized, and disinformed than if we are living, breathing, free citizens.
Where in New San Francisco have you visited?
Complete dystopia. Those are the things that are about to come upon this place, man. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Hamashiach, or there, believe it not, for there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. So there's also other signs that tell us when the Mashiach going to return. Them clouds are going to crack. Right? And it's going to describe it right here. Immediately after, this is the glorious return. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So that's what we pray to be of, man. Pray to be of the hopeful elect. Now, I'm going to go ahead and jump into just 2nd Ezra 15. And let's pull it up here too. So this one, from verse 1 down to 25, is the coming disasters. 26, a terrifying vision. To 45, Asia is doomed. Yep. Behold, speak thou. This is 2nd Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right, so it also reads in the scriptures, fear not the man that can kill the body, but fear the man that can kill the body and the soul. Behold, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. We seen all of that in that video. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. That's the reason why. So he just told us he's going to send these things and the reason why, right? Therefore saith Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Amen. Let me highlight that. It's beautiful. I get that in the GNT. I will no longer remain silent about the wickedness of these godless people. I will no longer tolerate it. They have murdered innocent people, and the blood they have spilled cries out to me for revenge. The souls of the righteous are constantly pleading for vengeance. That's us, man. We're mourning every day. We're praying for the downfall of this kingdom, right? And therefore saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. You know, because you got to remember also, even though it says in the scriptures, who perished being innocent, because, you know, we've all done things in our past lives and whatnot. There's also brothers that are martyrs, right? And even if they were a martyr, the person who deleted them or whatnot, they still have to be judged for that. I need some water. Got some. It's a lot. When I get to talking like this, get the cotton mouth. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Right, so Babylon the Great. Guess what? America is also known as spiritual Egypt. Right? And Egypt was hit with plagues before. When we were dwelling in that land for over 400 years in captivity. In the time of Moses. It's a lot. I know what it is. I need a throat lozenge. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High Power shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with their fearful consolation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. So, like I said, wars, civil war, race wars, just war in general. And those swords represent guns. For there shall be sedition among men. Sedition means rebellion, revolting, an uproar in the people, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. There will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. They're not gonna care about the consequences of their actions. They're not gonna care about the political leaders, high officials, police, none of that. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. There will no longer be free access to the cities. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Hey, it speaks of that in what? Jeremiah 30:6. Why these men have their hands on their hips like they're pregnant? They've turned pale face. Yep. These mighty men, they ain't gonna know what to do in that day. They're gonna be shitting themselves. Especially the ones that's completely off guard. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right? You know how people going in, looting, rioting, all types of stuff, man. All them things you see in the movies, yeah, it does a good job of depicting a small portion of what is actually going to happen. Let me see. Woe to them. This is of 24. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, said Yahweh. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For Yahweh knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High Power shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and a multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, and talking about Iran, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. It's talking about Iran coming up against America. Woe be unto them that are rich. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith Yahweh, even so shall the Most High Power do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief, that thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Okay, so I can get this real quick. Damn, this one don't even got that little headings. I liked that. No, I don't got it. Let's see if the apocrypha do. I ain't never seen this before. Oh, no, I don't. It's all good. All right. All right, this is second Ezra 16:1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. That day gonna be real sweet, man. It's gonna be like this. I'm repping a nice. It's gonna be sweet like the taste of ice cream in the summer from the ice cream truck, man. That's the best way I could put it. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in a stubble? When it hath begun to burn, may one turn against the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, sent the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? So, through all of that, guess what we just learned? America got destruction coming their way, and there is no way to stop prophecy. There's no way to stop judgment. None at all. I wound and I heal. I kill and I make alive. I, the Lord, do all these things, and there is none that can deliver out of my hand. Let me see. I'm gonna try and see if I can get this in my 1611 here real quick. I wanna get the headings. Babylon and other places are threatened with plagues that cannot be avoided. So that's 1 down to 23. And 23, and with desolation down to 40. The servants of Yahweh must look for troubles. Yeah, the servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Shalak. And verse 51, and not hide their sins. Verse 74, believe them and they shall be delivered. He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Right, so those arrows signify those ICBMs, the missiles, man, that's going to destroy Babylon the Great, which is also known as the second death. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues shall be sent upon earth, shall not return again. And this is Ezra's talking, man. The Lord is telling him all these things. And ultimately it's frightening to him. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. So like the beginning of evils What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So we seen these things play out in that video once again. Let's get that in an NLT. Troubles will come and many people will groan. Famine will come and many people will die, or many will die. Wars will come and the world powers will tremble. Disasters will come and everyone will be terrified. What will people do when these disasters come? Famine, epidemics, troubles, and sufferings are sent to punish and correct people. This is all judgment from the Lord, man. Behold, victuals, which is food, shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Meaning they gonna think everything's going back to normal. And even then shall evils grow upon earth. Sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So once you think you got out of something, a situation, bam, you right back in another one. Yep, go ahead. Hey, this also comes from people not hearkening, our people not hearkening to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, as well as not fearing the Lord. Hey, what did it say? Lord, Lord. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, meaning sheesh, poop, poo, dung. And there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted and the city shall be cast down. It says it's going to be bodies throughout the streets. Going to be like, they just going to be like dung. Bodies waste throughout the land like dung. They ain't even going to bury them. They just going to be out there, man. So that one man, this is 27, shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. Only 10 will be left out of a whole city, and in the countryside only 2 who have hidden in the forests and the caves, or in the caves. And those caves, the clefts of the rocks, you know what I'm saying, in the earth, that's talking about those bunkers that the rich elite are going to go hide in. That's how they think they're going to escape the judgment. Even so in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns. Because no man shall travail therethrough. Salaki. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. It's talking about you independent women, right? We know that you few sisters out here. The Lord's going to deliver you up. To have a man of the Lord for protection and whatnot. Isaiah 4:1. In the wars shall their bridegroom be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Yep. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna end it off there. Those are the things that are about to unfold here in America, here in Babylon the Great, man. So stay vigilant, stay sober-minded, keep your eye on the prize, right? And pay attention to these signs, man. Don't be oblivious or ignorant, man. Right? So with that being said, I'm gonna close it off there.
Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Harakakadash. Double blessings and honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone once again who taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai. And until next time, I say Shalom, Israel. Shalom.